guys, thank you so very much for joining me today. Again, of course, the program is Celebrity Zone. You know, when you see my face right here on Galaxy Television on Sundays, it is for Celebrity Zone. My name is Funke Oshin. I'm so much excited to know that you picked your remote to tune in into the station to watch the show right now. Thank you once again for joining me today, guys. Like always, I've got a celebrity joining me on the show, and it's not Sheshede. He's been in the business for a very long time. He's a veteran actor. Yes, I can call him veteran. So people think when he's a veteran, the person has to be like 60, 70 years old. No, he's been in the business for long. He is an actor, a producer, a filmmaker, and I can say, you know what I can say? Let me give him a K right now in case, of course, people call him that. AKA Baba Beji. I've got Damola Olatunji joining me here today.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I was almost giving up because, you know, Lagos and stress, traffic and all that. Yeah. We're almost not having the show today, but it's finally here. Thank you so much for making it down.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I said you are a veteran. Do you agree to that?
Oh, well, it depends on your own definition. But like you said earlier, I've been in the business for quite a while now. And, well, thank God. Okay,
so the show is Celebrity Zone, and it's like a celebrity profile show. You get to know our guests, you know, things people don't know, and of course to know how they became celebrity per se. People know you to be celebrity, how you did get to be that person. So you said you've been in the business for a very long time. So quickly run us through the story of how your career started as an actor.
Okay, Damola Olatunji is an engineer turned actor.
Oh, wow.
I've always been saying this, credentially I'm an engineer, and potentially I am an entertainer. So I started my career from presenting like this.
Wow.
But, not
English or Yoruba?
Yeah, English with Jariah Martins on the NTA 10.
Okay.
We used to have a magazine program with them we called Night Out on 10. But after a while, my major interest has always been in acting. Okay. So that was just a way of getting into the industry, kind of. So, you know, I came into the industry through my mentor, Yomi Fashlanso. And, you know, it has always been from one step, one seminar to the other, one workshop to the other, and here we are.
Okay, what year in particular?
That was like 2003.
Wow. 2003.
2003.
That's 16. I wasn't giving you hearsay when I said he's a veteran. Where were you 16 years ago? What were you doing? I was probably in, okay, maybe just as one. So he's a veteran. He's a Baba right here. I have a Baba joining me on the show. I'm so honored.
Listen, I'm suffering about the phone last time. When you two parts by the first degree, fine. Well, but America was a master's or anything. It's okay, but for now, no.
Okay, so I know the first time I saw you on television was a particular soap opera. I don't think I remember the name. That was when I became, you know, conversant with your face, and that was in English. I can't remember the name, but I know it was Lyric. Anyway, don't let me just say, but I know it was a soap opera. So that means you've been acting English movies a long time ago, but we know you to be Yoruba actor. So why that shift? Why don't you see you more in English movies?
Oh well, you see, initially I've always loved to go into the English aspect of the industry, you know. But when I came in, it was the era of this. There's this. How do I put it now? We have this ideology of, okay, if you're not Igbo, you know, you can't come in here, you know, we have our own caucus, we have this discrimination of a thing going on then, and it was so strong that even most of our A-list actors then, most of them that were Yorubas, they had to just find a way of, you know, coin their names and just stick, you know,
put English name or something.
So then it was a bit tough for auditions and all that, and they tell you, okay, you're good, but I'm sorry, you know, one guy would just come from somewhere and, you know, realize that, okay, fine, this is, you know, Igbo thing, kind of thing. So we felt, okay, fine, if it's not working here, it can actually work somewhere else.
Okay.
And thank God, when we got to Yoruba aspect, it was a bit more easier for us and other than we started. So then I do English movies and all when I have the opportunity to, when it comes before it and other I go for it and stuff like that. But you know, I realized that I've been into Yoruba, more of Yoruba thing, and you know, when you have more demand somewhere else, you can't start begging for something somewhere else.
And that one has been paying off for you.
Yeah, thank God.
Like I know I grew up thinking English movies are, you know, Igbo movies, because everyone you see.
But now the market has been regularized and everything is just, you know.
Yeah, but how is the relationship like? Because we all think we have this kind of notion in our heads, you know, we the fans, we Nigerians watching, we have this notion that there's no relationship between English movies and Yoruba movies. We know it's Nollywood, but there's always the segregation that this one is for Yoruba, this one is general English. So how is the relationship like, you know, generally?
Oh, well, it's the relationship has been cordial. You know, gone are those is when you have to be like, okay, somebody determines what comes on here and all that. But now we have a situation where you can produce your own movie, you can call in anybody, and everybody's on their own. You can call in everybody, you can relate well and all that. So once you're good and you fit into a role, you're in.
Okay. So
like recently, I just produced, I co-produced a movie.
When I'm interviewing actors or artists and they have a particular project they are pushing, they will not even wait for us to get there.
Oh well,
but we'll soon get there.
It's part of the show, you know. So like recently now, I just co-produced an English movie with my wife and all that.
We'll get there too.
Okay, so the title is Confidential, and of course we had a couple of English actors on set. We have likes of Desmond Elliott, we have Yvonne Jegede, we have Kende Bankole, we have Kola Oyemi, we have Adoni Ade, we have, you know, a lot. It depends on the story. So it's not about, okay, you're Yoruba, you're outside. No. Now the industry is just coming up and everything is just taking shape.
Your production company, I can call you company, we know your name is Emperor, apart from you being Damola Olatunji. How did you come about that name, calling yourself Emperor? Because when we hear anything Emperor, we think of probably a royalty or, you know.
Yeah, now let me quickly say this. You know, I have this self-confidence that comes from the fact that I don't settle for less.
Okay.
So when you give me something that is not that I believe is up to my standard, I tell you, I said, let me say it in Yoruba, then you can understand where I'm coming from. Okay. I'll tell you, the family can look on him, like
okay.
I'm
like, also a king.
Do you understand? Like I'm a king somewhere, so I can't just be a slave anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You're a king of where? So I'm a king of my own, like, you know what I'm saying? So then I'm an emperor, so don't bring that to me, you know. Okay. So that was how it was started, and I actually went to I finished from a secondary school where our school uniform happened to be purple, and they tell us purple is royal. So I've always believed that, okay, fine, being a student of this school, I belong to a dynasty where I am a king. So that has always been the
nice.
Wọ́n fẹ́ mi ní oyè ṣá ẹ wọlé síbẹ̀ lọ ṣépè fún mi a jọ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin àti wọn ọmọ ìyá kan náà ni èmi cousin mo jẹ́sẹ̀ méjèèjì kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan kí ló dé ẹ kàn wọ́n ẹ̀dẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣépè fún mi torí kí ni kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ náà.
Now talking about cinema movies though, when we get to hear about, you know, Nigerian movies going to cinemas, we see more of the English movies. Hardly do we see Yoruba movies in cinemas. You know, if in a year maybe we just see just one, and that one might not even be trending as much as the English movies are trending. Why is it so? What's the issue about, you know, Yoruba movies getting to cinemas and getting to watch them at cinemas?
It's not as if the Yoruba movies are not standard enough to go to the cinemas. But you know, we are just coming from an era where, okay, we used to have cinemas everywhere. At a point, our cinema culture died. Then we now realized that people stopped going to cinema, people got scared, like, okay, I can't go to cinema, I get attacked, and all that. But now we are reviving that cinema culture and everybody is going back to the cinema. So it's a gradual process. Now, you look at it from the angle of who are the audience. basically the kind of audience you have that goes to cinema now, these are the youth.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
the youth and all that, they want to go to cinema to catch fun. Now we most of our youth believe that, okay, fine, I want to associate myself with the Western world. I want to watch one English movie and all that. Now the Yoruba industry, at a point, we all forgot about the cinema thing as well. So now we are coming back together to make that cinema strong. Couple of movies at the cinema. We have the likes of Yawada Digba, the likes of what's the movie by Ibrahim Chatta, you know. We have a couple of good Mudorisha and all that. So a couple of good movies. Then we need to talk about our cinemas as well. Most of our cinemas still believe that if they put up a Yoruba movie, that they might not have enough audience. Forgetting the fact that when you are in Lagos, take it or leave it. 70% of people in Lagos are Yoruba. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a Yoruba movie at the cinema, it's not about the language. You know, movie has no language. It's about the movie itself.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of Indian movies and we don't even understand what they're saying. So if we can have a Yoruba movie and it's a good movie at the cinema, trust me, we have our own audience that will watch it.
Okay.
So it's not about, okay, let's just put one English movie and another. No, we have a couple of good Yoruba movies. But the cinemas will tell you, I know it's a Yoruba movie, I'm scared, I don't think. People, let's try it and let's see. Let's go through the record and see how good those Yoruba movies are doing at the cinema. They're doing wonderfully well. Yes.
Okay. You recently posted something on your Instagram page.
Yeah.
You talked about actors stopping to speak, English in Yoruba movies, which is something that's always been an issue for me. I personally don't like it. Honestly, I'm watching a Yoruba movie and before you know it, you're confused that is this English or Yoruba, because the actor just keeps switching to English. And I'm glad that someone who is, a prominent actor in the Yoruba Nollywood industry said something like this. Now I'm wondering that something happened recently about Lionheart. I'm sure you heard about the story about the Oscar nomination, and they said because it's not purely indigenous language. So I'm wondering, was that why you had to post something like that, or what was your motive behind? Because you also said you are guilty, and of course, yes you are guilty of that. I've seen a lot of movies that you are in, and you are guilty of that.
Yes.
So tell me, is it because of what happened to Lionheart?
No.
Why did you post something like that?
I think you see, a lot of things happen, and sometimes whether consciously or unconsciously, we take them for granted. Now, over time, I've seen people telling me, too much of English in Yoruba movies and all that. But we have some people that also tell me, okay, I don't understand Yoruba.
There's always subtitles.
I don't understand Yoruba. I don't understand this. Okay, I think I'm enjoying the fact that, okay, we have English, you guys speak English in here and it's cut across and all that. Yeah. But we need to realize that our language is our identity. Now, if we are saying we are into Yoruba movies, it's not because we can't speak English. Do you understand? We target Yoruba movies, and the reason for that is to keep our culture, to sustain our language. Now, if we continue to speak English in all our movies and nobody is speaking Yoruba, in 5-10 years, Yoruba language might go extinct, and which is not too good for us. Now, if we don't speak that Yoruba, who will? Nobody will. Now, the only way we can get recognized by the world is when we do our thing our own way. Okay. Indigenous way. Yeah. If you are doing Igbo movies, speak Igbo. If you are doing Hausa movies, speak Hausa. If you are doing Yoruba movies, speak Yoruba. This is the era where kids go to school and they don't even speak Yoruba at all. Yeah. And you speak Yoruba to your child and you're like, what are you saying? It's bad. So we just need to, we are cultural ambassadors. We speak our language, and our fans out there, especially most of them outside the country, watch the movies because they want to feel back at home. They want to feel at home. They want to relate with what is going on at home. And if we all now switch to English, how do they relate? Then we look at who are the major audience that we have. We have the Damola, the Yarisi, the grassroots people. Now, when you now switch to English, how do you want them to understand? I can't imagine watching a Yoruba movie with my grandma and I see how to translate. I see how to be like, mommy, they are saying, and the grandma will be like, and we're watching a Yoruba movie. Do you understand? So it's just something I just felt, okay, fine. If we don't embrace our culture, if we don't play it right, on the long run, we might lose it. I just felt, no, we have to stop. And I realized that, okay, fine, I'm not attacking anybody in particular. I am also guilty of this.
You are.
Over time, I've been like, you enemies, because we can code mix.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We can code mix to buttress our point. But we should not just switch totally, because I realized that I was fortunate to. Yeah, I posted that picture.
Yeah.
Stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was at a meeting and all that, and when I finished, I went back to my hotel room and all that, and I was on TV, and I saw the first movie, the second movie, and the third one. I was like, wow, what's going on? I was at the point I was confused, like, am I on a Yoruba channel, or am I, because I just realized that for like 5 minutes I can't even hear a single Yoruba from a Yoruba movie, and I felt, no, this must stop.
So, yeah.
Do you understand? And I think most of my colleagues are listening now. So well, please, let's just work towards that. Let's if we are doing a Yoruba movie, let's make it strictly Yoruba. We can code mix. I'm not saying we can mix it, except when you have characters that have to come in English. Fine, it's good, it's fine. But we should just make sure we do more of our Yoruba thing. If you are doing Igbo movies, do more of the Igbo thing. Let's embrace our culture so that together we can lift our culture. That's our identity anyway. That's our identity. Baba, let me just say this. Let me just say this. There's no amount of English you want to speak that you can win an Oscar. It's not possible.
And that's
they will only nominate us for indigenous.
Yes,
do you understand? And when you're talking about indigenous movies, we have the Chinese movie where they have more sophisticated equipment to do whatever they are doing. We have Indian movies where they speak their language, and they have everything to make that movie. And we are still struggling in our own industry to make good movies. We should not dilute it with another language.
Okay. I like that submission that you just gave. Okay, so another segment of the show is where I get to, I said it earlier that as celebrities get to tell us what we don't know. Apart from the things that we know on social media and all that. So you said you studied engineering. So I don't know whether you studying engineering is probably you were butty from the start. So we want to know the kind of now we see the paparazzi, we see the good, looking man, we see everything, we see the luxurious, but we don't know what you've gone through in the past. The hustles that you've gone through. A lot of celebrities say it now that I've sold this before, and you'll be like, what? I've been here before, be like, wow. So do you have any kind of, stories like that from grass? Yeah.
Well, I think one of the challenges I had initially in my early career is the fact that I'm coming from somewhere where I don't have any entertainment background.
Okay.
I'm not a theater professional. I'm a theater practitioner. I'm coming from engineering so I had to go through a lot of workshops, seminars and all that, and to convince your parent that you're leaving engineering for acting, it's not that easy, but that's one. Then getting to where I am today, I had to be a PA for some years. You have to take some things that naturally you will frown out and all that, and because you have a target, you have a focus, you know what you're going, you know where you're going, so it's not that easy. Sometimes people come into the industry and be like, I know in my house I'm like this, I can't talk to me like that. I'm like, hey man, you're coming to an industry where you just have to calm down,
humble.
Be submissive, be humble, and that way you go in gradually. But when you come in like, I'm a big boy, where I'm coming from, I can't, you won't go anywhere. And coming from an industry where you have to pay your dues before they start paying you, it was a bit challenging and all that. But thank God, you have to do shows, and they won't even pay you. There was even a particular, I can remember there was a time I somebody called me for a job at Ore. We filmed and all that. The producer sent some money for me to transfer myself down there that I could do when I get there. I was so eager because I have a very good role. I packed my things and all that, and I asked one of my cousins to follow me down and that because I have a very big luggage to carry and all that. We got there, we filmed, and on the last day, I just realized that the producer disappeared. Until tomorrow, I can't even say this will happen. And I was left with nothing. I have to beg, you know, at the store to please. I was after like 6 days of shooting, you know, to just get something to get myself back to Lagos. It was a part of the challenges and all that. And well, we thank God, you know.
Okay, so in short, Damola Olatunji wasn't really like Paco. Was never really like Paco.
No, I was in between. Never never Paco.
All right, you were comfortable.
Comfortable.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about your movie now. The English movie. Why did it take you that long? 16 years in the industry. Why did it take you that long to produce an English movie finally?
Well, I don't believe in doing things because everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
I believe in doing things when I believe the time is right and when I'm convinced enough to.
Okay.
So going into English movie production is just like, okay, fine, I think this is the time I think I want to do it now. And that's it. And now I'm a director, so I think, okay, I have a better picture of what I want to project. And my wife writes. She writes, she's an actor, she sings and all that and all that. So it's a perfect time and a perfect combination, you know. And I felt, okay, fine, you can throw something out and don't worry, watch it at the cinema.
So tell us about, you know, tell us a little bit of the storyline, you know. When is it coming out? Anything? Is the trailer out? No, the trailer will soon be out very soon. And Confidential is the title. Yeah. And it's a movie. It's a domestic story. Yeah. You know, it talks about the family. You know, when you say confidential, how we take things too confidential. You know, it's a mixture of love, it's betrayal, and it treats the social ills in our society as well. And we have the issue of HIV/AIDS, we have the issue of hepatitis B, we have the issue of Down syndrome and all that. So we touched, you know, every aspect of it, and it's a very, very emotional movie. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So when is it coming out? It should be out by God's grace by February. It should be in the cinema by February. Okay, so 2020 thing. Yeah, because we're still working with the distributors and all that, and to get to the cinema and all that. But I'm double sure by February 14, you know, it's going to be at the cinema. Okay. But before then, the trailers will be out. I'll be back here to give you the trailers to post on air. Okay, all right. You know, you mentioned your wife a lot of times, and I'm sure the viewers will be angry if I don't talk about this, because they are so, my wife this, my wife that. Okay, if you don't know who his wife is, I don't know what you've been doing on social media or in Nigeria. Okay, it's Aruba. I'm sure she can never get tired of being called Aruba. So let me just say she's Aruba. Okay, so you know, in Nigeria, or maybe generally, when entertainers get married, but of course we have entertainers who are in relationships who are married. We have those who have, you know, spent a lot of time and they are still together, blossoming. But then we've always made to believe that somehow it's not kind of right or something like that. Don't marry an entertainer, you know, if you are doing the same thing, or if you are public figures and all that. How have you guys been doing it? Two entertainers, actors, married with kids, with beautiful. So, is there another one apart from the twins? No, for now. Okay, so tell us, what's the secret? How many years now? Yeah, 5 now. 5 years, yeah. What has been keeping you guys going? It has been God. It has been God, love, understanding, and all. You know, yeah. It's like every other home. It's not gonna be smooth all the time. It's not gonna be rose all the time. You have your challenges. You have your trying times. You know, you have times to fight. You have times to laugh and all that. So it's just like a normal home, like in every other home as well. So. That's what's up. You know, you're somewhat a lover boy in movies too. Apart from you're acting in the other role, you're somewhat a lover boy. And you guys have been in same movies a couple of times. How do you handle probably her being someone's wife and she doing? Do you know the funny thing? The person are probably kissing another person and you're on set. do you know the funny thing is she's more of a professional than I am. Oh. Yeah, because she studied theater art. Yeah. And all that, and I studied elect and all that. So it's not even my field. So it's our own field, and she even understands
the how it operates, how it goes on more than sometimes I even ask us questions. I might know some things practically, but not theoretically. Sometimes I said, okay, I have an idea of when I mentioned that's called Kineko in theater. I'm like, okay, thank God.
Okay.
And I'll pick up my phone to search about it. Okay, so it's about understanding. So that has nothing to do with being someone. Okay, and actually let me quickly give you an insight. In that confidential movie, she played the role of Desmond Elliot's wife.
Wow.
Do you understand? So and it's a movie. So everything hangs there, and that's it.
Okay, it's a movie, and that's it. Thank you so very much, Damola Olatunji, for joining me today.
You're welcome.
You know, it's always a great honor for me to always sit beside veterans in the industry, any industry whatsoever, celebrities. That makes me think like I'm a celebrity too. You know, sitting with celebrities every week. Thank you so much. But then I'm not going to let you go without playing a game with you. I play games on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be playing tongue twister with you. Yes, but this time around, you're not going to be saying, you know, we know most tongue twisters that we know is say something 4 times. Can I hear? I should play that one with you. Yeah, you're
I'm a fast talker, you know.
For this one, I'm going to give you a little sentence. Then you read without stuttering, without saying a word twice. So this is the sentence.
Which sentence?
Can you see it clearly?
I'm trying to zoom out.
Okay, so you're going to read without saying the word twice. Just read straight up. Did you do pizza, pepper, something like that? Okay. Disclaimer. You have to give a disclaimer now.
This is not my real face.
Tap on the screen so it doesn't go off.
Okay, so Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter bitters. If I put it in my butter, it will make my butter bitter, but a bit of better butter will make my butter better. So twist bitter butter, but that's what you want to hear.
But you're almost getting it though. You're almost getting it. Thank you so much for playing the game. Thanks so much for being on the show with me. Any final words for those watching right now? Anything you want to tell your Emperor family right now?
Alright, to the Emperor's people, I am Damola Olatunji, that's your boy. Saying thank you so much for accepting me all this while. Thank you so much for all your love and all that. And I like to say, keep being good. God bless you.
Yeah, keep being good. He said it already. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching the show. And of course, a big thank you to you, sir, for joining me today on the show. My name is Funke, and it has been fun right here with Damola Olatunji. I'll see you next week.